I have Evan Mobley as my defensive
Oh,
player of the year.
wow. I love it.
And
Let's hear it.
I thought a lot about this. And so Brook Lopez is my number 2. He came closest. Draymond would be my number 4. I thought about putting him over Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know what to do about Draymond, just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Mobley, though, has played like almost 1,000 minutes more than Jaren Jackson Jr. at this point. He contests a higher percentage of opponent shots while on the floor than Jaren Jackson Jr. at the basket. Contests a higher percentage of opponent shots at the basket, while I would argue having just as much, if not more, responsibility away from the basket. And when you look at the rim protection numbers, Jaren Jackson Jr. better. Brook Lopez, whose case was way more compelling than I really thought, and I'll get into that very quickly in a second. Yes, they're better statistically as these opponents shoot worse against them at the basket. For what everything else that Mobley does, he was more available by far than Jaren Jackson Jr. The Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't know what the final standings were, but like they were first in defense for a little bit. And I think Memphis eventually finished there, but it wasn't just like Memphis was this incredible. No, Cleveland finished first for the year. Some of the on-off data can be wonky, but they were in the 93rd percentile of defensive efficiency when he played without Jared Allen. And when I look at, again, I don't want to give too much of look at the supporting cast bump. Look at who's playing in front of him. You have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, both have been fine defensively. Karis LeVert, been fine defensively this year. But like aside from Isaac Okoro, there's not, and depending on how you feel about Lamar Stevens, like this isn't a team that's like he has a ton of perimeter defensive help around him. Jaren Jackson Jr. has Dylan Brooks. Brook Lopez.
I'd throw Bane in there a little bit too.
Bane as well. That's
way
great.
Way more messes to clean up for Mobley for sure.
And then also like we know Brook and Giannis have Drew Holiday, and then Brook has Giannis and Holiday. Draymond, I said, had Wiggins and Looney, and also GP2 doesn't really count there.
DiVincenzo played good defense this year. I got you.
And just like I know Jared Allen's on this team, and you think Jared Allen is just a far superior player to Evan Mobley at this point. You've made that clear. I don't know if I'm a year early on this or a few years early on this. I honestly think that he has been overlooked because people are so quickly, and I'll say this to me about myself. I won't consider sophomores anymore. Like I'm not picking Trey Murphy for most improved player. I won't do it. We expect a year-over-year leap there. I even think third-year players have to really sell me on it. Fair or not. But I think if he was in year 3, year 4, and had this exact same season, that he probably would have won. And maybe I'm a year. I would trust Jaren Jackson Jr. more as sort of this passing lane guy because it feels like he has more of the comprehensive package. And the Grizzlies defense was so bad before he came back. And you look at the numbers, by the way, when he plays without Steven Adams and Dylan Brooks, defense is still elite. Let's round down. 900-minute gap. 900 minutes. That's a huge gap. And you could talk me out of it. And I would say that this is the award that I'm least, like if I had a vote, an official ballot, the reason that I would consider not accepting it is I don't know that I would feel qualified to pick a defensive player of the year. Just flat out.
Give yourself a little more credit.